news coming in at this point in time as far as ahead of the Maharashtra Assembly polls. NCP versus NCP clock symbol row in the Supreme Court. In focus is where the Supreme Court order maintains that the Supreme Court order is now on the disclaimer. The Supreme Court calls for Ajit Pawar-led NCP's disclaimer. The Supreme Court maintains comply with our order in 24 to 36 hours. The Supreme Court has also said that the issue is now issue a public notice in the newspapers. Disclaimer also maintains that the symbol allocation now is sub judice. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time. As far as ahead of the Maharashtra Assembly elections, the NCP versus NCP clock symbol row in the Supreme Court is concerned. It's where the Supreme Court's order on the disclaimer is where the Supreme Court has urged upon the Ajit Pawar-led NCP the disclaimer saying that comply with our order in 24 to 36 hours. My colleague Harish is joining me live right now to get us more details. Harish, the Supreme Court is very clear in its words where they're asking Ajit Pawar-led NCP to issue a public notice in the newspaper saying that the symbol allocation is sub judice. Do you think this is going to be advantage NCP SP, which essentially is Sharad Pawar's NCP?
Yes, in fact, on the one hand, the Supreme Court has given relief to Ajit Pawar by rejecting the vehement repeated request by Abhishek Mani Singhi, who appeared for Sharad Pawar, that Ajit Pawar be allotted another symbol for this assembly election other than the clock, because he has been violating the earlier Supreme Court order to issue a disclaimer that this issue is sub judice, and allowing Ajit Pawar to use the clock symbol is subject to final outcome of the Supreme Court judgment on the dispute between Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar on the use of clock. And therefore, but the Supreme Court said that Ajit Pawar should issue, that is, gave him a 36-hour ultimatum to comply with the Supreme Court order. That is, on next Wednesday, he has to file an affidavit of compliance that this earlier Supreme Court order of March 19th and April 4th has been complied with, and this disclaimer has to be carried in also pamphlets and also all the advertisement publicity materials in audio and video clips also. This came after Abhishek Singhvi said that the Ajit Pawar group has not been complying with the Supreme Court order. At the same time, Supreme Court rejected Abhishek Mani Singhvi's plea to deny Ajit Pawar the clock symbol till the Supreme Court finally decided on this particular dispute. Sharad Pawar's advocate Abhishek Singhvi said that he has been associated with this symbol closely for 25 years, and therefore there is a confusion in the mind of voters during the election as to which is the real NCP, and even the Election Commission of India had gone by the legislative majority of the Ajit Pawar, while even the Supreme Court judgment has said that what is to be looked into is the strength in the organizational level, organizational echelons of the party, and there Sharad Pawar had a very distinctive advantage. But Supreme Court for the time being rejected that plea to give another symbol to Ajit Pawar and said that yes, but we issue a 36-hour ultimatum to follow our directions, follow our earlier order for publication of a disclaimer that this issue is sub judice. Clock is not finally given to you. For the time being, the assembly elections you can use, but you have to issue a disclaimer that this is sub judice and subject to the final outcome of the dispute pending in the Supreme Court. The Ajit Pawar group, meanwhile, filed an affidavit saying that Sharad Pawar was trying to mislead the court by saying that the disclaimer is not published, but Supreme Court going through several documents submitted by the Sharad Pawar group found prima facie evidence that Ajit Pawar faction is not publishing the disclaimer the way Supreme Court had wanted.
Yes.
So today there are two takeaways. One, Ajit Pawar has been issued a 36-hour disclaimer as far as 36-hour ultimatum as far as publication of disclaimer
is concerned. Well, we are going to wait and see, Harish, how the NCP of Ajit Pawar is going to respond to what the Supreme Court has directed Ajit Pawar's NCP to do. But thank you for getting us those details for now.